You're watching Star Wars Day with Pops. All right, well, happy Star Wars Day to you. Want to have a little fun here talking about some of the obscure or quote minor characters in Star Wars. Thought it'd be fun. This was a list that I found based on just thinking it'd be kind of a fun topic to run through. All right, so let's kick things off with Salacious Crumb. That's like Return of the Jedi, the little WTF creature, it says. Yeah, it was kind of fun. The court gesture, if you will, from Jabba the Hutt, just laughing and cackling in the background. It was a fun little puppet. Remember that back in the day. Chairman Papanoida. Yeah, who cares? Didn't care about that. Yaddle. Yeah, Yaddle was just another Yoda puppet for the time. They slapped some hair on it and said it was a chick. Yeah, it's kind of like a forgettable character. Like nothing ever came of it. And it's kind of like a weird one that they kind of threw out there for Phantom Menace and they just didn't really come back to. Cabe, right? The little bat-like creature. Yeah, it's all right. I mean, it's just that creature era. It's kind of a fun one. Blag, the broom boy. Oh, that was the Last Jedi thing with the kid that does the force maneuver with the broom. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not doing that. Yeah. Okay. All right, Major Durlan. There we go. Okay, so this was a fun one only because every Jedi knows your name, man. Right there we go. So yeah, that's a fun one. Fun cameo. I do like the fact that they catch the guy looking at the camera. That's kind of cool. Good catch there. That's good. Yeah, those you were Cheers fans, right? Low Gray, yeah, Low Gray was kind of a fan favorite as a kid because of the action figure. You had Ewok action figures. Tina Middawn, Revenge of the Sith, yeah, not my thing. E3PO, the kind of like it makes like a rude comment to him there, brief the et chuta, which is off screen, but yeah, sass and whatever. Never, nothing really ever come of that either. Never made me want another droid, different version or anything. Dianoga. Oh, that's the name for the creature that's in the trash compactor. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. We like playing with the little worm in the trash compactor.
Here's the new Star Wars Death Star space station that you put together. Action figures each sold separately.
Darth Vader's firing a laser cannon. It's been hit. He's afterload. Take the elevator. Hurry. Now cross the light bridge. You won't escape me. Jump, Luke. Oh, no. The trash compactor. There's a trash monster. The wall's closing. Save.
Kenner's new Star Wars Death Star space station. Action figures each sold separately.
Oh, the poof. Yeah, the guy with the weird head. That was kind of a little bit of a deal for my kids. They thought, well, like, man, that's kind of crazy. What's the deal with that? And I was like, I don't know the deal with that. I guess we'll see. And there was no real deal with that. Nothing ever came of it. Yeah, this is the Dracula looking guy. Another one of these, Rick Baker, walk around the room, get some masks, get some different things to do. The mouse droid. Oh, little power droid, little Star Wars Death Star droid thing going on. Yeah, it's kind of made for a laugh, for sure. Gatekeeper droid. This, yeah, it made for again made for making for gaffs. I don't know if these are any like really big characters. I mean, I think that Low Gray was fine stuff. Dead Red 5, which is this leak calling call signal. Dead Red 5 means Red 5 pilot Rogue One. Oh, it's a Rogue One reference. Yeah, I don't care about that. Yeah, GA97. This is a Force Awakens droid. Jobins. This is Empire Strikes Back. Jobins film. You can hear him. He's the guy who says Imperial troops have entered the base. Imperial streamers have. Let's see. Yeah, they took the video down. Tito. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, I was gonna pump up. Yeah, see, so Walrus Man was a big deal. Walrus Man is a big deal. So that is a good choice. That's a good pick. Now, the thing about Walrus Man is he sort of has lived on in infamy a lot more than he probably even deserved. So they've tried to make something of the other character. It's never really caught on as far as I can tell. Up to like 31. Again, this is another Rogue One reference. Yeah, they also tried to make this a thing too. It's kind of weird because they didn't really have an action figure back in the day for us. Like that, I remember. And if it did, it came across so late that none of us really had or talked about it. But yeah, it's all right. We're okay with the spy character. Nope, troopers. Oh, the troopers that run away. This is dumb. It was just played for a gag. Ben Quadranaris and Phantom Menace. It makes for a gag for the kids. Yeah. Lobot. Oh yeah, we all like Lobot. Now, so Lobot was a cool character, and it was one of these kind of like Boba Fett was for that time. If you were a kid during Empire Strikes Back, you have this action figure, this character. They talk to him, his eyes pop open. You feel like there's a whole lot more story going on there, and that's what makes it interesting. Kit Fisto. Now, this was a huge one. This was one of my kids' favorites. So I don't know if it was the green lightsaber. I don't know the fact that he had sort of like a cool design. I don't know if it was the way he come across on screen. Kids loved Kit Fisto. They had Kit Fisto action figures. I actually have a little small statuette that I had gotten of Kit Fisto. We met the actor at one of the cons. So yeah, Kit Fisto was a huge one. And I think it's just more of just interesting, fun, that kind of thing. Oh yeah, Lor Santeca from Force Awakens. Yeah, Max Sadao, Max von Sydow. Sydow. Uh, all right, Admiral Conan Madi. Yeah, I feel like there should have just been more backstory with this kind of stuff. If there's love for this character and stuff, I think maybe it would have come up. But he's famous, obviously, with that "I find your lack of faith disturbing" joke thing. So, Paige Tico. Oh no, there's no love for Tico. Are you kidding me? They put Tico on the list. They put Tico on the list. Gosh. Cool designs, Force Awaken characters, but I mean, I'm not into this whole. The worm monster, the Exogorth. Um, hmm. Is there love for that though? I think it was just one of those things at the time was kind of cool. Here's Dak. Yeah, dead Dak. Yeah. Plo Koon. Yeah, Plo Koon. So again, when you have things that carried on as far as like Clone Wars and stuff, they did have some love, and definitely the Jedi's and stuff that were part of that in the Clone Wars part definitely had some love for. Yeah, definitely all the Jedi's. Oh yeah, yeah, the band. Yeah, the friggin' band, the Cantina band. Oh yeah, so we loved the band, and once the band, so the band, I think had Power of the Force figures. I don't remember having them as a kid, but I know my kids did, and we had two or three, and they actually came out with like the Max Rebo band. You could actually put together kind of a little band there between them and what was on Jabba's sail barge. So yeah, I'm okay with the band being on the list. Band's a good choice.
Nagamaru!
It's the Star Wars Creature Cantina that you put together. Action figures each sold separately. You can make them move on revolving discs with the action lever. You can even make them fall.
Gotcha, Hammerhead! Got him. I told you not to follow me, Greedo. You owe us money, Han Solo. You're not gonna collect this time. Wow, what a weird place.
Kenner's new Star Wars Creature Cantina. Action figures sold separately.
Porkins. Porkins. Porkins needs some love, man. 17? 17 seems low for Porkins. I think if you had asked me off the top of my head, Porkins would be top 10. Because Porkins was fun. I love Porkins. Yeah. Red 6, baby. This is what, the torture droid? Yeah, this is the torture droid from Jedi. Yeah. Admiral Piet. Oh yeah, we like Admiral Piet. Yeah, Admiral Piet's definitely a big one. Yeah, just the idea of um this all happening in the background, him trying to keep a straight face. Yeah, everybody loves Admiral Piet. Good call there. Aunt Beru. Oh, poor Aunt Beru. I I feel like Aunt Beru is just like be relegated to a small character, but I don't think she's really she's a main character in the lore of it all. So I don't think any of us ever treated Aunt Beru or Uncle Owen as anything other than that. So oh, this is just more Force Awakens stuff. This is a different power droid from it's one that was kind of in the background more, but it was an action figure, so we knew what it was. Hammerhead. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, Hammerhead. Oh, we loved Hammerhead. Hammerhead and Walrus Man were such a big deal. They like put the reference to them in like ET. So we explained with his action figure. He talks about Walrus Man. Yeah, we loved it. Yeah. The skull of Bidlo Quirv in Return of the Jedi. Oh, okay. No. Head bumping stormtrooper. I mean, he'll live on in infamy because of the gag right here, right? He bumps into the thing. I got to be honest, it was a long time after the film before like most of us were talking about this though. Biggs, yeah, Biggs showing up's fine. I'm not gonna play the clip. Well, this is an Empire Strikes Back. This dude running right here. I don't know why that's on this list. No one cares about this guy. I don't care about this guy. Now, IG-88. Yeah, all the bounty hunters. All the bounty hunters. And so when like Shadows of the Empire came out, they did the whole little backstory between Empire, Return of the Jedi, and it's focused on Boba Fett and who they were them trying to steal Han Solo and Carbonite from him and that kind of thing. Yeah, IG-88 rocks, man. And then the fact that that was part of was that in the Book of Boba Fett show or was that in the first season of Mando where they had an IG unit? But anyway, yeah, I love that.
From Kenner's Star Wars collection comes the Stormtrooper, the Sand People, and all 20 action figures, including new Hammerhead, Snaggletooth, and more, each sold separately. And now, Boba Fett, Star Wars villain with his laser rifle. Boba Fett is not yet available in stores, but you can get him free with 4 proofs of purchase from any Star Wars action figures. Details on specially marked packs at participating stores. Offer ends May 31st. Star Wars action figures sold separately from Kenner.
And yeah, I loved it. Thought it was just a cool design. It was nice to have Lando have something unique and wasn't just a random cast off for a co-pilot on the Falcon for Jedi. So yeah, well, loving him. R5D4, Skippy. Who calls him Skippy? When did Skippy come into play? Evidence of Skippy's force-sensitive nature. Okay, whatever. Don't know about all that. Yeah, I don't know where Skippy comes in. R5D4. Wedge. Wedge is not minor. Wedge is just. It's just not about Wedge. Like there should be there should have been a Red Squadron. There should have been more X-wing pilot type stuff. There wasn't comics and everything else. We just want more Wedge. So. What on earth? Why is the Rancor? Oh, it's the Rancor Keepers. Malakili, the Rancor Keeper. Yeah.
Return of the Jedi. The Rancor monster has trapped Luke Skywalker. Can he escape the Rancor's claws as the Rancor Keeper and Gamorrean Guard look on? Luke's only chance is a stake in the monster's jaw. Will he succeed or fall victim? Only you can decide with Star Wars toys.
I'm not cheering for the freaking Keeper, and I'm not cheering for Max Rebo and his band. Interesting. So the list is a little funky. Let's see what we got. We caught the best minor characters. So yeah, I wouldn't say best on my list like that. So they didn't include Bosk. So IG-88, Bosk, right? The bounty hunters. You know, those bounty hunters would be on my list. Wedge would be on the list. Lobot's on the list. R5D4 is on the list. I guess they don't count the Jawa as minor, but we're counting other characters as minor that are definitely so. You know, we're not going to count Sand People and Jawa in that list. So their list was okay, not perfect in my opinion. Not totally down with that. I'm surprised Watto didn't make the list, but maybe they don't count him as small because he has so many lines. I do like the Max Rebo band and the Cantina band. I would rank the Cantina band way above Max Rebo's band. I think that's kind of silly. Let's see. What else can we think of? Yeah, all right. Yeah, so that's kind of my list. Neum Nub would be on the list. Greedo wasn't mentioned, right? Greedo should count, but I guess they may not count him. How could they be? That's tricky. I'm not sure of their criteria of minor with the way they put their list together, but I would have included Greedo. So as a kid, really loved, Greedo was basically a reenactment scene, like constantly, like him and Han shooting first and taking out Greedo, and then Hammerhead, Walrus Man, Snaggletooth. They were regulars. They were action figures. I never had the blue one. I only had the red Snaggletooth. I think that the R5D4 was fine. I don't think it was just about having cool droids. I think we always wanted more droids. They didn't mention the droid. They mentioned random droids on their list, but they didn't mention like the medical droid. I think the medical droid in Empire was bad. The Tauntaun, does that count as a minor character? The Tauntaun was a big deal for us as kids. We loved the Tauntaun. We had a Tauntaun very early on. You could stick your action figure right inside and play with that. That was super cool. We had Ugnaughts. I mean, what kind of craziness is that? We had the Bespin, the little, drone characters, this little slave laborer, basically, I guess. So that would be a kind of big deal. Things that we were tied to that we could play with is what we kind of grew attached to. And I think that that's kind of lived on. And then as we got older, we understand the expansion of Star Wars canon and we get into the EU, then yeah, Wedge becomes like the number one off that kind of list. Like he has such a great contribution. He keeps showing up and how he can be a part of the Star Wars beyond just that initial trilogy. So that was the big thing. So well, I thought it was kind of a fun little topic. Love to hear from you guys. I know there's some of you out there will have some of your favorites. Feel free to throw those into the comments as well. Love to hear from you. Hope you're having a great Star Wars day, everybody. Take care. I am Pops.
It's new AT-AT, the all-terrain armored transport from Kenner. Batteries not included, action figures each sold separately. You can make AT-AT walk, its legs are big enough to crush obstacles. You can move AT-AT's head and pretend to scan for rebels. AT-AT has a cockpit for Imperial Commander and AT-AT driver, and laser machine guns. When you push a button to fire the laser cannons, you activate battle lights and sounds. There's even a troop compartment. New AT-AT from Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection.
It's a preview of the new Star Wars movie, Return of the Jedi. And you could be there if you're one of 5 grand prize winners in Kenner's Star Wars Return of the Jedi sweepstakes. Grand prize also includes Kenner's complete Star Wars Return of the Jedi collection. Entry deadline April 1st, 1983. Thousands enter. Only 5 win the grand prize. Details on posters and entry blanks at participating stores. Your entry gives you a chance to be one of the first to see
Return of the Jedi.
Star Wars. It's great in the arcade. Whoa! TIE fighters! Fireballs! Coming right at me! Watch the laser towers. Aim for the tops. Pick on the cannons. Use the force. They're coming too fast. It's Ray! It's Ray! My shields are gone! All right! I'm going in!
Oh, some game, huh?
Some game!
In a galaxy of video games, there is only one. Star Wars, the arcade.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Everyone, we've got to save the Queen!
We're under attack! Misa Jar Jar Binks come for comic relief.
Emergency landing on Tatooine.
No! Pod racing is whiz. Love you, Mom.
Love you, Padme. Oh no! Darth Maul! My brains are spilling out!
Oh, joy. The end.
This is the weirdest date I've ever been on. I'm out of here.
Go you must.
Farewell. Bye-bye.
Star Wars Episode 1 cans collect all 24 this summer.
What are you guys doing?
Now you can feel like a Jedi with new Go-Gurt glow-in-the-dark lightsaber tubes. There's 16 different tubes for a limited time only.
Mom's gonna be back in 30 minutes.
Cool. 30 minutes.
Star Wars Attack of the Clones in theaters May 16th. You can grab Go-Gurt and go.
I can't get this open.
Allow me to help you, young one.
Thanks, mister.
May the fries be with you.
Star Wars Episode 3 toys are now at Burger King. There are 31 different toys you can collect. You can wind up General Grievous, race around with the Millennium Falcon, or make Yoda do a backflip. There's one in every kid's meal, only at Burger King.
Star Wars. It's the most popular movie in history. The one people enjoy over and over. And now it can be yours. Star Wars. Now it can be playing on an RCA video disc player on your TV tonight. Playing with RCA video discs' remarkable picture and stereo sound. Playing along with hundreds of other great movies and more. And best of all, if you buy a player now starting at just $2.99, RCA will give you Star Wars free. That's right, free. But hurry, offer ends soon.